Right, hello. It is a overcast Sunday morning. I've had quite a mild night, been lows of about 16, so it's cool but pleasant. It's probably picking up now. It's supposed to get highs of around 23, 24 today. I thought I'd do a video on bananas and the winners and losers, if you like. What's done best, what's not done so well. So let's jump straight in. We'll go with the Musa Baju first because that's the common one that people like to grow. And as usual, things do tend to show up a lot more yellowy on the camera than they are in real life, but this front is a bit yellow, to be fair. Yeah, we ain't really got much growth out of these this year, even though they're hardy to this country, if you like. They still need a fair bit of sun and heat to grow. So even though they're hardy, they do like the warmer temperatures during the summer. So I think in general, I've only had about 4 or 5 leaves out of that, and obviously cut some bad ones off, and there is a new one coming there. Let's have a look at the other Musa Baju. Again, this is one, I mean, fairness, they're probably not healthier plants due to the fact that they were left out all winter. The stems didn't die back, but they didn't appreciate that without any protection really. But again, this one has probably only pushed out three or 4 fronds. This one's the latest to open up. It's a decent size, I suppose. And one push in there. And then we've got one which got left behind, so that this, I know you can't really see much at the minute, this is the little round raised bed from a Paragebaya Torrellii, but that was last year full of bananas. That was like a banana island in the middle of the garden, but I found that the wind has shredded them up too much, too exposed in the middle. But anyway, so the bananas were in this raised, this foot high logging raised bed, if you like. But yeah, this one found its way out the bottom, and I tried to pull it out last year and just snapped it off. There's no roots on it, but obviously it's regrown again, so surprisingly that's done quite well. But in general, yeah, the Musa Baju has been disappointing this year. And also the dwarf Cavendish, I've got several of these dotted about. They haven't really done much this year either. They're quite small. The leaves are pretty enough, but not really put on much growth. You can see the leaves from last year start to die down. Good thing about these are that they do sucker like crazy from one plant. I bought a few years ago. I've got hundreds of them dotted about, so I think I'll probably leave a lot of them out and let them just die off. I've got a couple in pots dotted about. Quite a nice leaf on that one. But yeah, so it's not been a good year for them either, obviously due to the temperatures. But surprisingly, the Insetties are done okay. So this is the green form with the nice pink mid vein and red rim. Obviously we've got an old leaf here which I really want to cut off, and this one, obviously one of the first leaves, as it sort of start to fade out around the edges. But yeah, this is done pretty well considering. You'd think this would be the more tropical and heat needing part, not palm, banana, but it seems to have done okay. And yeah, that one was actually, I've mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. I grew it from seed. One of the only well, it's the only luck I've had with banana seeds. They're quite difficult to get going, and yeah, this was more of an accident rather than by design. But yeah, either way, we've got a nice banana tree out of it, so I'm happy with that. The leaves are pretty good size. I mean, they're probably 3.5 foot, pushing 4 foot maybe. They're good, well over a foot wide, 18 inches. They're yeah, it's done well with that. The last winter I had it in a greenhouse, heated greenhouse, and that just sort of sat dormant. It didn't lose any leaves. It just sat there, and yeah, planted it out, and that's done okay, that one. So last but not least, we'll do the red Ensetes. So over June and July, they put on a lot of decent growth. August, obviously, for me, was overcast. Nearly the whole month was overcast and pretty cool temperatures, so I hadn't put a huge amount of growth on the last month, but it's still done pretty well, considering. Again, some of the old leaves could really use being cut off, but in general, that's done pretty good. The leaves are really nice colours. Definitely I brought this, I think this is the third summer I've had it, these two, and I think they are maybe a small foot tall plant when I got them, and obviously every year they have got bigger. I mean, they haven't done massive amount of leaps of growth, I wouldn't say, but because I do have them in pots to give them that extra height, so that's obviously not as good as having it in the ground, but in a way it's easier to control the water and fertilising. So yeah, again, really nice, pretty leaves. So again, these are a good 18 inches across and a good 4.5 foot long. So yeah, they've done okay as well. So surprisingly, considering the poor summer again, they've done pretty well. In fact, that's you sort of have to fight through the leaves to get to the summer house now, but that's not a bad thing. So yeah, let's just look at the bananas and what they've done this year. I'll probably do a video later on how I overwinter them. I think it's pretty standard that everyone does the same thing, but I will document it for you in case anyone's interested. Right, so there's the bananas for you. So for me, the winners are definitely the red Ensetes, and the losers have been the Musabashi. So again, it doesn't always go on what you know, hardier stuff still needs the high temperatures to grow well. So a bit of a similar situation to the elephant ears, where you'd expect the Escalente to struggle in cooler weather, and maybe the pink China, which is the hardy one, to do better, but that's been the other way around. So I'll show you my pink China. Been very disappointing this year. So midsummer they sort of start taking off, but again, because we've had the poor August, they're sort of, the old leaves have started to die off and they're not really pushing out any new leaves, and the new leaves they are pushing out are smaller than the old ones. But again, same situation. Pink China left in the ground all year. Escalente left in the ground all year. So even though you may say that the pink China are slightly more ornamental with the pink stems, if you're going for size, and I think the prettier leaf, the Escalente has it. That's a big one there, look. Right, So anyway, this is a banana video, not collocaceous. So there we have it. Bananas, winners and losers. Thanks for watching.